What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Now, man, this year in the National Basketball Association, there's been so many freaking injuries and so many notable injuries as well. One of the main reasons that the Eastern Conference is so wide open this year is because of all the injuries, especially to the players up in the East. And I just want to say, man, Adam Silver, the NBA, whatever y'all give LeBron, please give to the rest of the league, man. Because LeBron is 41, man. He have yet to suffer a long-term injury. Obviously, now I don't want him to get injured. I wouldn't wish that upon nobody, but I'm just basically saying that he has been, for the most part, pretty healthy up until the last two seasons where he got banged up here and there. But nonetheless, throughout his entire 23-year career, he has been basically consistently healthy for the most part. So yeah, man, whatever Dr. LeBron got, give everybody else that man's doctor's phone number right now. But these are the notable injuries to these NBA stars that, honestly, we didn't know that we'd really miss until, the injury happened. And now I can say that I do miss seeing these NBA stars up on the court. Now, there's more injuries that I won't really get into today because this video will probably be, way too long because that's how many injuries that we have had. But these are the injuries that I think impacted the league more. And in some of these cases, not all of these cases, because some of these guys' teams have been performing pretty decent to extremely well, despite missing their best player. And as I'm going down the list, you guys will see the similarity up in most of these injuries for the most part. So starting off with the guy that's already up on the screen, Jayson Tatum. Now, Jayson Tatum, he got injured last year in the playoffs, Game 4 against the New York Knicks. Now, although his team was going to probably lose that game anyways, as they was trailing 111 to 104, and the Knicks was winning by the time that he suffered this injury with about 3 minutes left in the game. Now, these is probably one of the worst injuries that you can suffer because obviously they all happen from non-contact injuries and just stuff like that. You will feel okay going into the game, but then once it happened, it basically just happened, and then it's basically damn. Now, I'm gonna be honest, the next guy injury is probably one of the saddest injuries that I have ever seen. Now, is it the most painfulest injury? I'm pretty sure it's pretty painful, but it's not like a Gordon Hayward where he broke his leg. It's not like a Paul George where he broke his leg as well. I'm sure those injuries was far more worse as far as a pain level goes. But this injury, it hurt me. It hurt me so much because of the expression up on this guy's face. The fact that he shouldn't have been playing, but it meant so much to him and stuff like that. Now, the player I'm talking about is obviously Tyrese Halliburton. Now, what hurt me so bad about this injury, because if you look at his face, it's just pain. It's just, it's just disappointment. It's just it's basically just why now? You know what I mean? Because the last Game 7 we had was the Warriors versus the Cavs up in the 2016 NBA Finals. And the Pacers was not supposed to be in the finals. They was not supposed. Everybody was oh, it's gonna be the Cavaliers, it's gonna be the Celtics. But no, it was the Indiana Pacers that shocked everybody and went to the NBA Finals. And to have that type of injury up on that stage in Game 7, that had to be pretty painful. Even if you're not a Pacers fan, I'm not a Pacers fan, but that hit me right in the feelings. I'm not gonna lie. Now, the next player on this unfortunate list is Damian Lillard. And just like with Jayson Tatum, the Bucks was basically already pretty much set to lose that game, as they were already down 2-1, and they were getting blown out by the Pacers by the time that this injury happened. I think the weirdest part, what's really weird to think about, is that the Damian Lillard injury happened against the Pacers about a month and a half before the Pacers star Tyrese Halliburton injured his Achilles about a month and a half later. But yeah, man, let's just hope that these players that's out with the Achilles injury come back still close to their former self. And yeah, prayers up to everybody who's out with an Achilles injury. The next player we have up is Fred VanVleet. Now, this is a weird one, right? Because he tore his ACL up in the it was the off season. I believe it was an off season game. And that injury happened back in September, and it's safe to say that I'm sure his presence is missed by the Houston Rockets because they don't have a true point guard. They got I believe Amen Thompson playing the point guard position most nights, but nonetheless they're definitely missing the other leadership in Fred VanVleet. But yeah, man, prayers up for Fred VanVleet. Let's hope he can come back healthy this season. The next injury is my boy Kyrie Irving. And with Kyrie Irving, he suffered a torn ACL up in his left knee March 3rd versus the Kings. And I'm sure I can speak for most people when I say that I miss Kyrie Irving being up on the court. I just hope that when he comes back, he's still the same Kyrie Irving, because he won't be the same Kyrie Irving if he don't have like the nice handles, the nice, pull up off the dribble, spin shot and the post, fadeaway jump shot. But most importantly, man, I just want to see Kyrie Irving back up on the court, and I pray that he comes back healthy. Now, the rest of these players' injuries isn't as so bad as the previous one, because these players will definitely be back this season. But nonetheless, as an NBA fan, it's still hurting not having these players up on the NBA court. With that player being Nikola Jokic. Now, unfortunately, with this injury, it might disqualify. If Jokic is out for the entire month of January, as it's kind of predicted that he will be, if he is out the entire month of January, he will officially be eliminated from MVP contention. So get well soon, Jokic. Hope you come back soon. But more importantly than the MVP, we got to stop OKC from going back to back, boy. Also, Jokic, when you come back, bring the rest of them back with you, man, because I know Christian Brown is out, Aaron Gordon is out. Basically, I know Valanciunas, I believe he's still out. Basically, the whole lineup will probably be out for the entire month of January, at least. Now, the next unfortunate injured player is Victor Wembanyama. But luckily for the NBA, this guy should be coming back within like the next week or so. As the posting of this video, he is scheduled to return January 6th, so in about a few days, he's scheduled to be back on the NBA court. Something that I forgot to mention about Jokic's injury is that him and Victor Wembanyama both suffered the exact same injury in the same side of both of their legs. And I'm not gonna lie, man, I'm low-key getting a little bit worried about Victor Wembanyama, man, because he was injured last year, which caused him to miss out upon the Defensive Player of the Year award. And with like the new NBA rule where you have to play a minimum of 65 games, it's like he's getting like all of these small injuries in his like third NBA season. That I don't know. I think I'm getting like a little bit worried about him. But I really do pray that this guy can stay healthy, because if he stays healthy for like the next like 10 years, this guy will literally like run the NBA for like the next decade. But most importantly, please stay healthy, Vic. We need you out there. We want to see you get all these Defensive Player of the Year, be in MVP conversation, win a championship. You got to be healthy first, Vic. But notice all of these guys that I mentioned is either an Achilles injury, a knee injury, or a few with like the torn ACL. But nonetheless, all of these injuries happened in the leg. Now, the next guy that's part of the knee injury club is Domantas Sabonis. Now, I'm gonna be honest, the Kings isn't good. I kind of low-key forgot he was injured, because the Kings isn't good with or without him, really. But yeah, man, nonetheless, hopefully all these players recover good and they can get back up on the court. But yeah, man, I just wanted to get up on here and discuss some of these notable NBA players that's currently injured right now. But before you guys go, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so I can keep doing more of these videos. But until then, I'll catch you guys later. I'm out. Peace.